Hello, dears. There you are. Those of you new to the work today, welcome. What we do here is all together we identify what's going on in our head. We identify the cause of our suffering, those things that upset us, everything from mild irritation to, can't stand it anymore. We identify the thoughts that cause all of our suffering. We move them from our head respectfully, from our head to paper. So there they are, our thoughts, there they are. I love that, from my head to paper. And then we question them. We can question them because what we're thinking and believing that is causing distress, any distress. There it is on paper. It's stable. The ego can't say, yeah, but well, there it is, anchored. Oh, I love that so much. And we can question it. It takes a very open mind. It's an exercise in stillness. We anchor in that stillness as we contemplate, is it true? Is what I'm believing true? For me, not the world, but for me. So everyone, welcome to the work. Welcome to the work. I don't call it the work for nothing. It takes, very open mind. And again, a lot of courage. Samantha, you have a question, sweetie?
Hello, yeah. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Samantha.
Well, I actually would have a worksheet if you would like to facilitate me.
Well, what is the, just what is the situation? And
yeah. Life gifted me with one today.
And those of you new to the worksheet is it's a thing always free on thework.com. You just go there and just download it. That's it. Don't have to sign in. No name. No, just it's I call it the Judge Your Neighbor worksheet. So we can move, we can anchor in a situation and get in touch with, quietly get in touch with what we were thinking and believing in that situation, and move it from our head to paper as we answer just those 6 questions, those 6 simple questions. And Samantha, what I love about the 6 questions is they're all inclusive. The ego only does what I'm angry because, or I'm hurt because, and then I need, I don't ever want to, they shouldn't, done, that's it, from here to there. So it's like checkmate. The cause of suffering here that we feel emotionally, physically, that directs us, takes us to places we don't want to go, or places we've been that we're still, So in a nutshell, so Samantha, read number 1, and what is the situation?
Yeah, I've just like an hour ago, I experienced something very intensely, like you described with the lemon. When you just imagine a ripe lemon, you feel it in your mouth. I felt it when I didn't imagine it, I touched it, but I had my wallet in my hands. It's out of leather and black. And when I was touching it, I felt like so intensely in my fingers and hands, I felt how dirty it was from the world. Because I have all those thoughts about, money, a lot of people touch it. When I'm traveling, I'm touching this, that, and then I touch the wallet, and the wallet is dirty. That's my issue. And I have this with a lot of things in my life. Like I have to separate them. I cannot put this on that table because then I have to wipe it afterwards. So it's really stressful. So I'm so thankful for this one experience today. I can put and write down so we can look at this, hopefully, and maybe, get more enlightened about this.
Yeah. So
the situation is
number 1,
I'm holding my wallet. Yeah, that's the situation.
And you have the thought, my wallet is dirty, I can't touch it. Is that it? Is that what you wrote?
Yeah, I'm rejecting my wallet because my wallet is dirty. Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
yeah, and I'm aware I see the world, like the world is dirty, So
yeah, and your wallet is dirty. So imagine that situation, be there now, just as you were, without changing anything. Reaching for your wallet, you have the thought, my wallet is dirty. So is it true? Be there in that situation. Those of you new to the work, we're not looking for a fake yes or a fake no. We're looking now to see, is it true for me? Can I really know that it's true? My wallet is dirty. Your wallet is dirty. Is it true? It's been all over the world with you. I mean, you touch everything and then you touch your wallet and your wallet is dirty. Is it true? Those of you new to the work, the answer isn't yes, but no, because, or any of it. It's just yes or no. This is an exercise in stillness. Your wallet is dirty. Is it true?
yes.
Okay, so just remain right there. Be there now. Now notice those images in your head. Notice your emotional. Notice how you react emotionally. Those images of past, future in your mind's eye in that situation when you had the thought, my wallet is dirty.
Yeah, well, the most prevalent was that like I felt it in my fingers and palms. When I held it in my hands, I
Yes,
felt maybe it was the rejection, but it felt like so dirty.
this is not a discussion. Like and thank you for describing. I mean, the proof is you could actually feel the grit.
Well, I'm not talking about like real dirt. It's more like a micro dirt, like
Like,
my thoughts.
so
Like
Samantha, slow down. Okay. How do you react when you think the thought, my wallet is dirty? I hear
fear it.
you feel it literally with your fingers. Close your eyes, honey. Be there now. This is not a little thing. Fear is not a little thing. It's a state of mind. It's an egoic trance, not right or wrong. We're just not trying to change it. We're trying to wake up to it. The power of ego, the power of mind. So anything else? How do you react? What happens when you think the thought, my wallet is dirty? Would you put that up on the iPad for me? My wallet is dirty because I don't want to, I want to be able to hold that. Thank you. My wallet is dirty. Your fingertips, feel it. And then you see images of past and future. You described some of them to us. You see the past. See those images that were going on then?
Mm.
And the images of the future. What do you see in that situation, the images of the future? When you think the thought, my wallet is dirty.
I feel like stress in my chest and
Okay, now,
okay.
what do you see? Because that's that thing in your chest you were about to describe, is a result of the images the ego offers up.
Well, when I see like where I can put it, like I can't just put it anywhere. There's a certain place it goes because
No,
then I
because
don't have to,
there's a certain
yeah,
place it goes, or
or I have to clean. You know, it's like everything has its. Like, I have to separate it from my clean home somehow like that.
Mhm. So you see images of the future. If you don't do those, you see that in the past, you know, and in
And
the
I have to
future.
wash my hands. Yeah.
My wallet is dirty. Anything else show up? Past, future. Those of you new to the work, the only way you can be in touch with this is to be there now. Be there now. Noticing, meditating in. My wallet is dirty.
I just see images of, you know, a lot of people touching the money I touch. I put in there, money's dirty. You know.
You know, honey, I do, because I'm still in that situation doing my own as you are. I've never been to your home. I've never met you before. I've never seen your wallet, but I can see all of it in my own way in my mind's eye. And I see there's no way out. You know, if I'm going to have a wallet, what am I going to? And then I have the experience. If I do it with my wallet, what else do I do that with? You know, my hands. I've got to wash my hands. I have
That's
to
the
be
thing,
careful
you
what
know.
I touch. Yeah.
It's
So no,
not just the wallet, it's my coat, it's my shoes, it's stuff I take with me. I have to clean it before I can use it at home again. You
now
know,
are you just talking to me, or are you anchored in that situation, looking at what you saw then? That you're
no, it's now
now
a description like how large this is, you know, but
huge.
yeah.
It's huge. It gives you an unsafe, impossible world. An unsafe world. Notice those images of past, future. I mean, you have to have a wallet, or if you just have a credit card, the same thing's going to happen there.
Yeah.
It's every.
See, it's the world, you know, it's actually the world is dirty, you
That's
know, that's the thing.
yes, yeah. So it's what you see.
Mm.
So see if you can hold it there. That's what you're noticing, and the stillness, the ego offering up, as opposed to having a conversation with me. Now notice those the emotional that happens when you think the thought, my wallet is dirty, and all those images, the ego flooding your mind with, of past, future, the not now past, the not now future. Describe the emotional when I mean, there's nowhere to go. This just.
Yeah. Feels like I'm not expressing it, but it feels like hysterical, like phobia. Like if I really take it literally, like it's dirty, you know, I'm like, yeah, I can't touch it actually.
Without taking a major risk,
Mm.
your ego might suggest. I see images of, in the future, me buying another wallet, but then the same thing happens to that. then I see images of me getting like a kind of wallet that I can wipe all the time with. And then I think, oh, that'll wear out the leather, that'll on and on. No escape.
Your fingers get dry if you wet them too often, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
My wallet.
I'm lucky, but yeah.
My wallet is dirty. Okay, who would you be without the thought? Now, this isn't going into denial like it's not dirty. It's been everywhere. But who would you be in that situation without the thought, my wallet is dirty? That situation in that moment. Look at the wallet. You're feeling the wallet. You feel the imagined germs of the grit. You feel it with your fingertips. Who would you be without the thought, my wallet is dirty? Just touch it. Just the way you did without the thought, my wallet is dirty.
Yeah, you said something very interesting right now, like also with the imagined germs. So that is also, I can also have that part, even if it's imagined.
Yeah, and in this world, those germs, they're everywhere, but boy, that wallet's been around. That's supercharged.
Or microdust, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
No way
out.
Yeah.
So who would you be without the thought, my wallet is dirty? Now, that's not going into denial. It's just,
I might be able to enjoy it somehow. Like I like the texture.
Okay, that's
the feeling.
That's one. Now notice, other than what you're thinking and believing, are you okay? In other words, without those images of past, future, just get present. You're picking up the wallet. You're going to put it down just because you're at home, and you're not going to walk around with your wallet. You're just picking it up or putting it down, but without the thought, my wallet is dirty.
Takes a lot to not have thoughts, but without it, it's freeing. I can put it down. There's no issue.
Yeah, and just notice you clean the wallet or not, but without trying to save your life. You cleaned it. Who would you be without the thought, my wallet is dirty? You look at it, kind of see the grit. Without the thought, my wallet is dirty. Turned it around. Oh, my wallet is dirty. Now clean it.
Dirty. My wallet is clean.
Or not, because you can't always do that. Now, what is the worst that can happen if the wallet's dirty? In your mind's eye, in that situation, you're thinking the thought, my wallet is dirty. What is the worst that can happen to you?
Worst that can happen is that everything I touch will be contaminated, and I will have to clean everything.
Okay. So you will have to clean everything. Wallet's been everywhere. Now you've cleaned the wallet. Now you will have to clean everything. Samantha, be there now. Is it true that you have to clean everything? Is it even possible?
I just won't feel
No,
comfortable.
no. Is it even possible? You will have to clean everything. Is it even
Everything it touched, not everything, everything it touched.
everything it touched? You'll have to
It
clean
is,
everything. Samantha, slow it down.
yeah.
If you touch it, you will have to clean everything it's touched. Is it even possible?
Probably not for me.
And probably not is not doing this work. Yes or no is doing this work. If it's yes, that's the right answer. If it's no, that's the right answer. The one in you, when you get still and look at it, you will have to clean everything everything that wallet touches. You'll have to clean it all. Is it true? Is it even possible that you could remember?
I'm with a yes still. I'm still with a yes.
Okay. Now notice the images in your head when you're believing the thought. I'll have to clean everything.
And it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like I have other stuff to do as well.
Yeah. So.
Like, yeah, that's why I don't put it everywhere, That's why I can only go to one place. Where my mind is very occupied with where I put what, because otherwise I would, be overwhelmed.
Either way, overwhelmed.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I will have to clean everything it touched. Turn it around. I will not have to clean everything it touched. So where does your mind go with that as you ponder that turnaround, that opposite? I have one. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
It's impossible to clean everything it touched. You couldn't have covered it all in the past, and you won't be able to cover it all in the future. Mind is like that. You can't recall when you dropped it or it slipped, or you just picked it up with there's just, I will have to clean everything it touched. I won't have to clean everything it touched. And you don't have to like it, Samantha. You just can't.
Such a controlling mind. I feel happy sometimes when I realize like I've made a mistake or I oversaw something, because I feel like I trace everything, I remember everything.
Yeah.
So it's a relief when I don't. I felt that one.
And then you could do a little science research on the other side of this and just see what happens to the area the wallet touches that you don't clean, that you can possibly remember until maybe the next day, but it is set there in the meantime. But do a little research on what happens to a germ that you would carry on your wallet that's been everywhere, sits on a table. And
It's not so much about germs, it's more about, like, I don't know, micro particles or something like that. And I'm aware it's about stories. Like, if I have a problem with something, like, that is bound to the object for me. And so when I touch that object and I have a problem with that story, I cannot, like, mix it with another object I really like. That's like what I can observe right now. Like, I have to separate it really strongly, but it's because of the stories I have.
yeah, because you're experiencing pure imagination in that moment.
Mm. I'm not so afraid of germs. I think it's not that. It's more
So
like
let's
the
look at how
type
to
of germ.
react when I believe the thought. I will have to clean everything it touched.
Mm.
Look how that affects your life. Look at the dedication you put into that when you have a life, a job to do, life, like
Yeah.
like buy a loaf of bread
Or my partner, like, yesterday, he came from the world. He came from outside, and he wanted to be nice and close and touched me on my arms, and I just felt like, okay, afterwards I have to take off my sweater because I can't go into my bed with that sweater
so,
because
so
it's the
Samantha,
world.
so Samantha, he's a wallet.
Yeah, I know.
So
I
so
mean,
honey, just slow it down.
yeah.
I know that you know because you just described it to us.
Sorry.
But I mean, crosstalk is what the ego does. So, this is an exercise in stillness. But he's a wallet. And when you go out into the world, the things you see, it's a wallet. I mean, using that as a symbol for everything. Now, who would you be without the thought, my wallet is dirty?
I would love it.
So you need to tell me what it is you would love about it, what you see in your mind's eye. Life without the thought, my wallet is dirty, as you're touching it with your fingertips.
I would enjoy the texture of the
So,
wallet.
so do that now in your mind's eye. Living in my wallet.
And the germs, I feel like, they're part of it. That's okay.
Yeah, because, for all you know, you've washed your wallet. He comes in, picks it up, and thinks, "Ooh, I hope she didn't see me," and puts it down, and you think it's clean.
I would feel like part of the world,
Yeah.
because I'm not distancing myself, like I'm
I mean,
clean, the world is dirty.
I want you to notice, and this is for all of us, when you're doing self-inquiry and you hear the word because, you are not doing this work. You're doing justification. That's not right or wrong. It's just not self-inquiry. We can use because, it's very useful. But when we're doing self-inquiry, because does not belong there because it's self-inquiry. So you pick up the wallet For all you know, he picked it up and goes, oh my gosh, and you didn't see him, and he puts it down in exactly the same place, and you don't know it. That's who you are without the thought, my wallet's dirty. You have to clean everything it touched. Who would you be without the thought? I don't have to clean everything it touched. Just being there with the wallet, touching it with your fingertips, feeling the grit. I don't have to clean everything it touched.
Very relaxing. Playful.
And has any disease? Are you okay? Are you operating okay in that situation?
Yeah. I'm not afraid of that. It's more about
I didn't. Let's just stay where we are.
okay, yeah.
Notice the justification. Yeah, and you can just notice when you slip like that when you're doing this alone. You can just notice that you've moved out of self-inquiry. Because you've spent a long time justifying why you need to do these things. And it's really limiting your life. Or you cannot even really hug the one you love under what is the word? Spontaneously. So hug him now without the thought, I have to clean everything he touched. I have to clean him. I'll have to clean him before I can just hug the man I love. So hug him without the thought, I'll have to clean everything he touched. I'll have to clean him. And be willing to die, honey.
Yeah, that's the feeling. It's like, okay, I have to die.
So that's why I'm asking you just do that in your mind's eye now in that situation when he comes in. And let love live for just let him hold you as you hold him. Just take the risk. Just say, bring it on. Show me the difference between what I imagine and what is real. Let it freaking kill you. Let the wallet kill you. Just you're free to buy a new wallet. You're free to wash the wallet, but it's not life and death.
Not like what?
It's not life and death, and it's not
It's
sick
not life.
illness because you're sick already with your thinking. It could be for you that physical disease is less painful than than what you're thinking and believing, and that.
That's a lot of pain,
Yeah. You know what I loved about sitting with you when you took the risk to hold him? What was that like? Just to hold him with his arms open like that, to meet it, and without the thought, I have to clean everything I touch. I have to clean everything he touches and everything I touch.
It was more like you hit the point. It feels like I have to die. Like I have to succumb. Like I have to give up control. I'm dying.
And what's going on here is testing it. Like you believe it's going to hurt you or kill you, and it's going to be a painful death too. And so this is, test it.
Or something bad might happen. Like it is chained to all these things. Yeah.
Sure, it's got to. The ego's got to have all the room. So test it. I wouldn't invite you to do anything I haven't done. I was willing to die. And it did kill me, but here I appear to be in my body. It's just that my mind shifted. I was living the turnarounds.
Is that it didn't kill you, obviously.
Well, to your mind, but I'm who I am without fear, as opposed to who I am with it. And I'm talking about just a mental state that allowed me a full, and it continues to allow me a full life. In other words, a fearless life. And for me to claim a fearless life, I've got a question mark there because I don't know what's next. But I'm in. My arms are open to it because my mind is open to it. This work takes a lot of courage. Let's look at number 2, and that situation with your wallet as you're feeling it. What do you want?
Well, I have two. Let's see. One is, I want my hands not to feel dirty when touching the wallet, or I don't want my wallet to transfer the dirt to another object.
Okay. So you're feeling the wallet. Your hands are dirty. Is it true? So close your eyes, be there now, look at your hands. Can you see dirt on your fingers? Now, science would say, yeah, if there are germs there, it transfers to what touches it and all. But this is your, let's look at. Your hands.
I'm just aware
your hands
that
is it true?
It's like the thoughts that were contained with the wallet that they transfer to my hands. I'm aware of, like, it's the stories.
I get it. That's why I'm asking you to question your hands in that sense.
Yeah.
Hands are dirty.
Mm.
Is it true? Can you really know that it's true your hands are dirty? Look at your fingers. Look at your hands. You can't see it.
Can't see it. I can.
Germs are not the enemy. I've been told that they even build up
It's
our immune. Honey, listen. I've been
I
told that it I've been told that it even builds our immune system, that it's really important to our health.
yeah.
Could
As I said, I have no problem with the germs. It's about, but even that I realized right now, the microparticles I'm talking about, like micro dirt or something like that, something that is passed on, that is imagined. I mean, I have no proof that exists. But it's so strong in my mind that those are little particles of something bad that are transferred to one object to the other. That's what's happening in my mind.
well, I have no
It's not about germs.
I have no doubt.
Mm. That's happening in my mind, or yeah.
You don't want your wallet to transfer the dirt to your hands. Is it true? You know, I wish I knew more about science. It's like it goes something like we need germs to build up immunity. When someone has been ill and they put that person out of necessity in a germ free space, they have to live in that bubble to survive, or it will kill them. That's not you. That's another kind of, that's not imagined. That is what is here. That's valid for that person. But that's not you. You touched the wallet, you didn't die, and there's no escaping what you're talking about, other than, as far as I know, other than self-inquiry. You don't want the wallet to transfer the dirt to your hands. Is it true? Yes, that's what you wanted in that situation, but there's a word for gosh, it's immunity. Immunity. Like they give us immunity, and it doesn't mean we're going to lick the wallet. That's crazy. You have all kinds of options. You can buy a new one, you can wash your wallet, but not out of fear of death, painful death.
I realize it's that fear of death, because it's like when I touch it, I have to, like when I touch myself here, then I have to remember, and I touch myself here, and it feels like I'm suffocating underneath that. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's how it works. But
boy, the ego, boy, it is,
it's all imagined. Yeah, it is so
oh,
strong.
just stop just a moment. Hear your words, it's all imagined. And what isn't
Mhm.
imagined, I hear, is, within nature's limits. It's healthy. It keeps our immune system like that balance of coming against.
Mm.
Being against is coming for.
thought just popped up in my mind, just like, I don't want to die. And I have to laugh somehow.
Oh, good, then find some balance.
Ugh.
Want a healthy life? Live a balance. Germs, no germs. Germs, soap, balance. Germs, 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 soap. You're living. Germs, soap, 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 soap. Germs, soap, 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 soap. That's no. Germs, 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 germs. You know, it's soap.
It has to do with control for me.
Well, I can clearly see that. And you're losing the fight. You lost it before you
It's
began.
getting worse. That's the thing, you know.
Well, yeah, you're you're at war with what is.
Mm,
I don't know if you've heard me say it before, but what is what I want.
mm.
And I've got soap too. Balance. Gosh, honey, I just had an image in my head when I was little. It was a rough little neighborhood, um, and you know, you can imagine in the early 40s, just a little. I'm just a little. That's decades ago. Decades ago. And there was no way that our parents could call us in, but we knew when the sun goes down, we better be home. Imagine what we were doing out there, just in the dirt, having the time of our lives. And I mean, and the reason I'm sharing this with you is there was a little girl across the street whose mother wouldn't let her get dirty. And she was always sick. That doesn't mean, uh, another little girl or boy would be sick. But in this, just came to my mind. She was just always sick, delicate,
Yeah.
delicate. And when we were together, when her mother would let us play, because I'm full of germs, it was very, very minimal. But I was her only friend.
Mm.
And as I'm talking to you, I'm thinking, when I knocked on the door, sometimes she'd let me in, sometimes not. And now I'm thinking, boy, how gnarly did I look as a little girl, like knocking on the door, just doing my life. Oh, I'm loving this memory. My little friend Judy just always had on these sweet little dresses, and then we only did. Only time I wore a sweet little dress was if my mother could get me in one for Sunday school.
Mm.
Yeah, and gosh, next month I'm like 82. Germs.
Mm.
Beyond, like, if someone had told me, if I heard a scary story about germs, I could be you. But we all have our path. We all have our path. This is a part of yours. Life is imagined.
Yeah, it's as far as I could get with this, it's that I realized that when I've experienced something painful, for example, in the last year, and thus everything that is connected with that, I have to wash my hands from, or I cannot touch something that is dear to me, because so I'm aware that my stories and my pain and memory are connected to those objects, and if I touch them, I have to, separate that because I don't want the painful with my safe haven. That's as far as I
And
came.
I would question that's a safe haven.
Yeah.
Any haven you have to be on guard for. And you're,
That's how I live right now. I have to guard that.
oh boy, there's a life of hell. I mean, you're up again, like you can control this thing. Not, but
That's
you
why I'm here today.
Yeah, you can wake up to the cause of your suffering, and it's not germs. Even if you're sick in the hospital, they take you to the hospital. Oh my God, all the germs in a hospital. I mean, this is not a little thing, honey. Your path is a big deal. All of our paths are a big deal, and you're serving a lot of us with your courage today. Let's look at 3 in that situation to get what you want. What advice would you offer? Number 3.
Okay, so my hands or stuff that is dear to me shouldn't be dirty.
Is that true? You're a little more awake now than you were maybe just moments before. Your hands shouldn't be dirty. Is it true? Is it even possible? In that situation, you're touching the wallet. Your hands shouldn't be dirty. Is it true?
No.
So don't say a word, just be there. Touching the wallet now. Your hands are dirty. Is it true? No. Not in the way you think of it. Or not in the way you were thinking of it then. Your hands shouldn't be dirty. Notice how you react in that situation when you think the thought. My hands shouldn't be dirty. And you're just touching the surface of the wallet. Thoughts just flying through your head. Notice how you react. Notice those images in your head of past, future when you think thoughts, my hands shouldn't be dirty.
It's like I want nothing to do with those stories. Like I'm rejecting them.
You are at war with the gift of life.
Meaning imagination? Is that the gift of life?
Or with reality.
Mm.
That wallet is not there to kill you in that situation or to make you sick. You're already sick of mind in that situation.
Yeah.
It really is like the fear of death. You see those images of you getting sick and you see images of you can never keep up with all of this.
Mm. No, I think my mother has the same.
Well, we're looking at yours. Yeah, and these things can be inherited, mental states, we take on what our parents believed. We just go, oh yeah, it's a tree, it's a sky, it's so we're waking up to, it's, would we be without our stories? My hands shouldn't be dirty. Okay, don't change anything other than who would you be without the thought my hands or stuff shouldn't be dirty in the sense that you see it, to your mind, it's been all over the place, collecting germs, all of that. But who would you be without the thought, my hands shouldn't be dirty as you touch the wallet? You're touching life, literally.
Yeah.
Your hands are life. The wallet is life. There's a balance going on. Your proof is you're alive in that situation. You're just living in a state of fear. It's like a torture chamber, fighting for your life, in a battle you can never win, as love would have it.
Mm.
Balance in all things for health. My hands shouldn't be dirty. Turned around, my hands should.
Should be dirty.
Yeah. Example. Why might the world be set up that way? My hands should be dirty when we're thinking of germs.
Well, we're all part of the world. I'm part of this world.
Hmm?
And that's what also connects us somehow.
And you need those germs to keep your immune system up.
Mm.
So it's not just a mental thing, it's affecting your health because it's out of proportion. It's fear-based rather than just cleaning your wallet, go play in the dirt, come in, wash your hands. Oh my gosh, these memories coming back. My mother would send us out maybe with an apple, and we would sit it down anywhere, maybe pick it up the next morning or an hour later. No thought of it.
What I noticed in nature, if I'm spending time in nature and I get dirty with earth and everything, that's not a problem. I don't feel dirty at all. I feel dirty when I'm in the city and driving with the bus and so on. It's like this city dirt.
So, sweetheart, that's nature. That's all a part of nature.
Mm.
That's all a part of
Yeah. Big thing to realize.
Yeah. My hands shouldn't be dirty, turned around. My hands should be.
Should be dirty, yeah.
Yeah, because there's grit on the wall.
And I feel better that way,
Yeah, because you're not at war with reality.
Mm.
You can clean the wallet, wash your hands, but not life and death.
Yeah.
My hands and stuff shouldn't be dirty. My hands and stuff should be dirty when we're thinking of germs, for balance, for health. And if something looks exceptionally gross, we have rubber gloves. But rationally. And if we don't have rubber gloves, we've got soap. We've got both.
Mm.
And if that doesn't work, we've got doctors. They understand germs. They actually use them to combat many, in science, it's working for us, not just against us.
I'm totally with you on that, as I said.
So let's look at 4.
I need my hands and stuff to be clean.
Okay,
Again.
so be there. Who are you without the thought? You're touching the wallet. Who are you without the thought? I need my hands and stuff to be clean. Is it true you need to be happy, you need your hands and stuff to be clean? So look at you without the thought.
No.
No, honey, be there now.
I don't care if I don't have the thoughts, I don't care.
Well, even if the thought comes, if you don't believe it, if you're awake to it, that's the whole point of our time together. So be there.
Okay.
To be happy, I need my hands and stuff. To be happy, I don't need my hands and stuff to be clean. Look at you. You're touching it. And the love of your life comes through the door, opens his arms. You don't even have to put the wallet down. Just go in for the hug. Notice the difference with and without the story. You've got your life back.
Yeah. You reminded me of a therapist in the past where I actually trained this, like, am I willing to, like, let's prove if it is true. Let's see if it's true what I'm thinking and believing.
That's the same thing, that you're experiencing now is
yeah, thank you.
Your life is just like, so, look how you live. And without the thought, I mean, you've got a life. If a germ did kill you at some point, you can at least say, I lived.
I like that, like, okay, let's see if I'm gonna die.
Yeah. And we've got great antibiotics. Doctors have stuff. And sometimes it works, sometimes they don't. Good. I'm in.
Yeah, it's yeah, and it's as I said, it's about the stories that I'm afraid that they will kill me. It's not the germs or anything. It's more like this.
When you say stories, we're talking about the trance the ego is offering up. When you're believing your thoughts, I need my hands and stuff to be clean. How do you react when you believe the thought? Hell takes over your head. And it gives you a job you cannot possibly ever accomplish fully. You lose this war. So live happily. I need my hands and stuff to be clean, to be happy. Turn it around in that situation with my wallet, my hands on the things. So experience this, close your eyes, hold the wallet, feeling the grit. To be happy, I don't need my hands and stuff to be clean in this moment. Now do exactly the same thing. Your fingers on the wallet. To be happy, I don't need my hands and stuff to be clean. Now meet that reality. Look at you. You're alive, you're breathing, you're well, you're in the world, you're into life. There it is. It's not killing you. And you always have the option of buying another wallet or cleaning it. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Just be in the moment. You're touching. Are you okay? Other than what you're thinking and believing? Now just put it down on the table and go pee. Go answer the door, whatever it is. Now come back 3 days. Imagine coming back 3 days later and picking up the wallet. And say, ooh, that's dirty. I think I'll wash it. Phone rings, you put it down, you answer the phone. You don't have to clean the phone. Can if you want to, but you don't have to. This is not life and death. This is the world we live in. and you're costing you your life with these fearful thoughts that aren't turning out to be true for you. They're not turning out to be valid. It's a trance. Notice those images of past, future, when you're believing the thought, I need my hands and stuff to be clean. Look at the trance, past, future, past, fear, terror that leaves you with no choice. That's the trance. That's why we hurt people we love and ourselves. The trance. No one would harm another human being if they were not tranced. There are other ways. It opens the door. It opens the door within us to wisdom.
Yeah, it's like for me, I've been watching myself wide-eyed openly without being able to change that, having pain, like the way
It's like
in
you're living
interaction with my partner.
Yeah, and you're living a life of no choice, which is nothing more than a state of mind. But you
Yeah,
can't.
like I'm aware of all those stories, but I just don't know how to. The work has given me that I'm aware of the stories.
Yeah,
But
that's a
but
big.
there's so many, I don't know where to start.
Well, you just have you have a
Mm,
worksheet.
yeah.
You do know where to start.
Yeah.
And if you need a facilitator to hold you, you can put that in that little sidebar thing, comments, and ask. We have maybe certified facilitators on the call, or people who are really experienced.
I made a little game to help myself do the work.
Oh, that's beautiful, beautiful. Now, if you would attend to that as diligently as you tend to your ego around germs, it'll just flip your life from fear to life.
Mm. Mm.
Not the fear of life, but life itself.
But you know what has been so difficult for me in the last year or so, and what you have given me right now is like, I don't know, but you are so, or you are so calm. Like I seldomly had that experience to have so much space and being able to be calm and just relax. I don't, just experience, and that is a great gift
I love
you're
that.
able to give me in that way.
I love that so much, because what you just shared could be a model of how you can hold you, because you've been held in it. You can hold. You're the one holding in it. Give you that. Self-inquiry is it's an exercise in stillness, and it takes a very open mind. And Samantha, you've got one. Let's look at 5. In that situation, germs are.
Mhm. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna read it and then we can shorten it.
Okay.
My wallet is dirty from the world and the money many people have touched. And it is also dirty from me touching the world and the money and my wallet. And also my hands are transferring the dirt. Like my
Okay.
hands,
So let's
passing on the dirt.
take you're calling it dirt, and let's use germs, as
Yeah,
dirt as a symbol.
filthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So read the first part again on 5.
My wallet is dirty from
Okay.
the world and the money people have touched.
So people have touched that wallet. So your wallet is dirty from the world.
Yeah.
The world's germs. Your wallet is dirty from the world, filled with germs from the world. Is it true?
Yeah.
Now notice how you react when you think the thought, my wallet is dirty from the world. From the world having touched it. From the world.
I reject it.
Notice those images of past, future. You reject it. So that tells me you have images of the future, past and future.
Okay.
What are they?
Yeah, like the past is, of course, all the images of where, like, all the people who have touched this and that and that, and the future is how it will contaminate the rest of my stuff and it will suffocate me, or like I will die. Yeah, that's the end, actually. That's
No,
interesting.
it's not the end. Actually, the ego gives you a slow death of
Yeah.
coulda, shoulda, should have done it better, should. Yeah, so that it ups your game of germ,
But
germs.
I'm so like wow, it's all about death. Like I wasn't aware of that. Like it's about me dying, like the ego, but it's like, or losing control or being like overcome. Like, yeah, it's being powerless. Like, yeah. Not wanting to yield to reality, to the world, or yeah.
Yeah, it
Huh.
it all gets down to the fear of death, because if the body, the ego fears that if your body dies, if those germs kill you, it won't have something to identify with. So if body dies, ego has no home. We're talking the fear of death is
Yeah.
a
But
state of mind. No one can die. Like if I died right now, how would I know it? I mean, what
yeah,
is
it's more like dying of the I'm not afraid that the in that moment, it's not that my body will die, it's more like I will be overcome by all those stories, or I will like it will win. Like it's like the mind is at war with itself somehow. It's like I'm
same thing?
being
Same thing. We're looking at the mind
okay.
with itself. It's a war with what it's the war with with death. It's the war of life and death for the ego.
Yeah.
Wallet is dirty from the world
Mm,
and money that the people touch.
yeah.
It's true. Hands on fingers on the wallet. Look at the dirt. The wallet is dirty from the world and money, the money people touch, and it's gonna kill me if I don't clean it. Is it true? It's gonna make you sick if you don't take care of it. Is it true? Can you really know that it's true? Going to make you sick, and worst case scenario, there's no getting around it. Those germs are everywhere. They're gonna kill you.
You know what's happening in my mind? You know what's really happening is the imagination that when everything is being contaminated, I will not be able to move, or I will just, run away. Like I'm exploding. Like I don't know what's gonna happen then, because it is not,
Honey,
that's what's happening.
you're gonna die, but you're gonna suffer before you die. And there's not gonna be
Yeah.
anyone there to help you. Okay, that sounds to me like what you're living.
Yeah, that's what I'm describing.
So
Like I'm not afraid that the body will,
Samantha,
it's
So Samantha, it's
yeah.
not the fear of of death, all of you. It's the fear of life. No one can feel
Yeah,
it.
I
You don't
guess.
know what it is. It's a state of mind.
I fear life. Yeah, that is it. Ah, but that is life, like, or life of the like. I fear imagination.
Yeah, yeah. It's like being in a movie you can't walk out of. But self-inquiry, we don't just escape and walk out of it, or drink or drug or relation, whatever it is, to shut the ego up. No, we just get in touch with the difference between what's real and what's not going on in our heads.
Okay.
My wallet is dirty from the world, um, and the money that people have touched. So your wallet is dirty from the world, turned around.
It is dirty from my mind.
Wallet is, yeah, very good. Yeah, that's not the world, and those are not germs. That's a state of mind. And it can be terrifying. You've got a very strong ego, and you're not alone. You know, when we're asleep at night, we're not dreaming. Is there a world to fear? No. Until the ego wakes up. I am awake. I want coffee. I need to be. Dun, 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 dun.
Mm.
He, she, they, it, wallet, germs, death, states of mind.
Mm.
And that's not awake. That's dreaming. You're being dreamed. And then you believe those images in your head and the words being put on them. The wallet is, your hands are passing on the dirt.
Mm.
In your home.
Yeah, I still feel that.
Yeah, your hands are passing the dirt. Is it true? I'm a yes. Dirt meaning a word for germs. My hands are passing on the germs. Is it true? I'm open to that. I'm open to that. But I don't know.
And I'm with my thoughts, you know?
But if I touch
Like it's like for me it
Samantha, if I touch the wallet and then I take my hand off, I don't know that my hands have collected those germs. I would say yes.
no.
I'd say it's a strong possibility, but I don't know. I need to research it. But you're just believing it.
Yeah, but here's one thing. What I've come to see is that, like, when I touch the wallet or whatever it is like an activation. Like I'm picking up the story that I'm rejecting. So as soon as I touch it, I have the story on my hand, and if I touch something else, that also has the story. That's what's happening in my mind. You know, that's the issue.
Exactly so.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I've come to realize. But so I'm only left with working with those stories that cause stress, because that's how I understand that it will, you know, I will start to love the world more.
You're in a dream, and you're moving from your head, that dream from your head to paper, and the story is around this germs in the wallet. And you're sitting in these, waking yourself up from that dream. And it will give.
Yeah, that's the only way I see that I can, you know, be more free to take one, let's say, one germ at a time, meaning one thought, one story that I'm passing on, you know, that's how I experience it.
My hands are passing on, your hands are passing on the dirt. Is it true?
That's my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at how do you react when you believe the thought? You see that image of future in your hand where If you don't wash your hands, then you're going to be passing it on and somewhere in the house, and then you're going to get it and he's going to get it. And if you don't get it, he will, and then he'll pass it on to you. It's insidious. The ego doesn't sleep. It's a state of mind. It's fighting for survival. And an ego is a state of mind. You can't touch it. You can't feel it. It's like a movie running, like a horror movie on a scale from, 1 to 10 to paralyzed in this until we can't even leave our homes, and everything's got to be cleansed before it comes into the house. This is a progressive thing, as you know. And so my hands passing on the dirt. Okay, so the wallets, you're touching the wallet. Your hands are passing on the dirt. Is it true in that situation when you're touching the wallet that your hands are passing on the dirt?
I don't know.
My hands are passing on the dirt. The dirt is being passed from the wallet to my hands. I need to get a new wallet or go in and clean it. I don't have to do it now. I can put it on the table. I can put it on my list, and go wash my hands. Don't have to, but it's a wise thing to do if I'm going to fix lunch. Or if I'm used to just putting in my hands, my fingers in my mouth when I'm thinking, knowing me, I don't have to.
It's like an internal, it's a battle of stories. Like in front of me, there's a sewing machine, and and it's like special for me. It's mine. And if someone were to come and touch it, and I think that someone, like I have a problem with that someone, and he would touch it or she.
You can never tell where their hands have been.
No, but and it's not about the dirt. It's just because I don't like that person. And if they touch what I like, that's like, oh no, that what I like will be like, like I can't be happy with that anymore, because it's like a battle of stories. Like there's this good and evil will win. That's the story, actually. That's like the fear that evil will prevail, and what I love and what is good will die or something. That's what's happening. That's the concept somehow.
Yeah. You've got some great stuff to work through. It's just fascinating, and just to know you can work through it. You get to know what all that fear has been for, and those quirks, I'll call them this quirk, and they're pretty major when you're in them. And looking back on them, it's pretty major. That's these stories. And so you've got some great stuff to work on here in Earth School. And that's what we're here for, waking up to reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they've shown themselves more and more.
Well, sure, they're having babies all the time. It's a state of mind. But
I'm more aware too.
like a story arises, it belongs on paper. Story arises, take it to the doctor, take it to your truth. That's the medicine. Here the truth sets us free, where you're really showing us that, yeah, and you have a mind and expect it that pops back. It'll pop from one thing to the next, and just thank it for sharing. Take a note, because that'll be a separate worksheet. Because your ego will give you everything you need to work through in Earth School. And then come back to the worksheet you're on, and I refer to it as loving the one you're with. That worksheet, and that worksheet will remind you of other worksheets. But don't trade one for the other. Just make a note of it. Come back to the worksheet you're in. Don't leave that precious you out there in that world of fear. Do that worksheet, and then the next, and then the next. That's love. That's love. If you had a child that were terrified, you'd do just about anything to support it from waking up to reality. And you're that child. And you've done everything to keep her safe. Now let's wake her up, because you've done a good job. Done a really good job. You got you this far. Now just in our time together, just every scenario a worksheet. Oh my. You know what I love about everything you've said is all these germs in your life, in your head. Look what you've survived. I mean, you're healthy. Other than what you're thinking and believing, look. And you'll probably take the credit for, oh, it's all the work I've done with all the soap and sterilization. No, it's like good job, and we don't have control over germs. They can just throw us in a dark closet and leave us there with, for some of us, with the thoughts we've got. But you know how to break out. Wake up. Because you've certainly got the courage for it. I'm fascinated. Let's see, by what people are becoming aware of or noticing as they said in our time together with us. But I've got one more thing. My wallet is dirty from the world and the money people have touched. My thoughts, my head is dirty from the world and the money in my head and the people in my head touching it. Because those are not real people, and that is not real money, and those are not real germs. I mean, it's not that germs may not be there, it's just you don't know what germs, you don't have any idea. And I can't afford to care. The worst can happen is if you get sick and die, all of you. It's what you're thinking and believing. That's it. That's the fear of death. It's the fear of life. The ego is not, you can't win a war with it, but you can question it, and it will offer itself up with you. Love is the power, meeting the ego where it is, the way I've experienced you today, Samantha. And so let's get some, like,
Thank you, Katie.
my wallet is dirty from the world, turned around. My thoughts about my wallet are dirty from my thoughts about my dirty wallet is from the world turned around. You know where I'm going with it, right? Okay, my thoughts are the only, my thoughts are in my head. Those are the thoughts that are dirty from the world. And that world is imagined. You don't know where, you can't remember everywhere the wallet's been.
That's what I've come aware of over the time, or what I've been watching myself a long time now, since I know the work as well, especially. I'm like, how can I get to this? Like, what is happening? And yeah, I guess I just can't, I just have to do the work with one thought at a time. And it's like, it's unimaginable for my mind. How should I do that? But I guess it's better I do it anyway.
Well, the thing is, you don't have to do the work with every thought. You can suffer instead. That's the option. Once we understand self-inquiry and how to wake ourselves up, suffering becomes optional. Boy, I'd never say that if the work didn't exist and if I didn't have experience in self-inquiry. Okay, dear. So, Deborah, honey, your takeaway.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey, for your courage. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, Samantha. Deborah.
Hi, Katie.
Hi.
I love you.
Oh, honey, thank you.
Oh, so much.
Thank you. It just it just shows me another person in the world that loves. So grateful for that.
So her work was really touching for me today. And I have, my husband has dementia and he's been ill for like 12 years and he's filthy and this thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've been in the hospital with him this last week and
So
I take him to her. So what I see in this work today is how I separate myself from other people, from him, from life, from people in life, as if this being dirty or the dirt or the filth or his appearance, his filthiness. And I can see how even just going back in my life, I wouldn't have people over if I thought my house wasn't clean enough.
yeah.
I just had this whole thing of separating myself,
Yeah.
othering or something. So it was really nice to see her go in there, and I was doing my own and just watch her get quiet in there and just
Yeah, it was really powerful, boy, because there's a lot going on there, and she did. Thank you, Deborah. Letty. Hi.
Hi there, Katie. Oh, it's such a treat to see you. And yes, I love you too. And I love everybody that's here. It's such a gift of life. And
Mm.
the work today, it was so surprising that she brought the wallet. Like I hadn't heard somebody, and it was just this inanimate object, but she brought it to life. And then when you said, yeah, your boyfriend is the wallet, and I was able to really see that, how the thoughts it's what Deborah was just saying about it's just this battle of evil against good, and it's like, why does there have to be a battle when we
Yeah.
can have peace? We want to have peace, but we
Yeah.
make a battle about everything. So
Yeah.
that was really
Yeah.
so appreciated.
It's like much to do over nothing we can prove. David.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, David.
Nice to see you. I just got back from Ohio and it was so lovely to be
Oh,
there.
wasn't that what a great trip?
Yeah, it was awesome. And I found myself saying there, and I said to you, I wouldn't do this work if I just liked it. I actually do it because I really love it, and because it's scary. And I just want to first of all thank the person who went through all of that. That's a scary thing that she's dealing with. That's very all encompassing. So, and I just want to acknowledge that that's being how I've gone through some of this and still do.
Yeah.
Get me from things that seem like an insignificant little thing from the outside, like a wallet, but really in my world, there's things like that. It's not that specifically, but just are huge. And how doesn't really matter whether it's a major divorce breakup or a wallet.
No, it's large or small. It's a state of mind, and there is a way out of hell. If they locked us up, put us in a cell, threw away the key, no way out, what is the problem? Right here. Other than what I'm thinking and believing. That is, those of you new to the work, don't believe me. Test it for yourself. The answers you're looking for are inside of you. And these self-inquiry will take you there if your mind is open to it. But oh, it takes courage, doesn't it, David? Until finally we get the hang of it with, whoa, okay, I can go there now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Jennifer.
Mute. Hi, nice to
Hi.
meet you.
Thank you, Jennifer.
I
Nice to
recently,
meet you.
You too. I recently finished your book, and I'm a writer, and I love to inquire a lot. It has become like a must thing to do. At some point of the conversation, I thought like a turnaround to be I have to clean my thoughts about what needs to be clean. Just because I thought that it was hard for her to get into the thought of like what is to be clean, what it needs to be clean. And I was wondering, then I started thinking, how did she live COVID? Because in COVID you have to be clean.
Yeah, I had that thought
If
as
it was
well.
a good time for her
Yeah.
to leave, and that's it. That I just I don't
Yeah.
wanted to
That's great. I had the same thought. I thought, oh, COVID, boy. I mean, when you look at a mind like that, it's like she may be the only one that knew how to handle it, and but if it's, I mean, handle it. She was so prepared to handle it already, but is it painful? That's the point. How debilitating it can be everywhere from it's like on a scale from 1 to 10. How much does it cost us our life? Yeah. Thank you, honey.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Okay, dears. Well, what a trip. And sweetie, thank you for being our teacher today. And you certainly opened you certainly opened my mind, and hopefully a lot of minds. An open mind is it's like the door out of hell once you have self-inquiry to address it. Okay, thanks to your contributions. Our plan here is to be here every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So Monday, look forward to our time together again, and thank you all for something beautiful.